Hey, what's going on guys? Welcome back to a brand new Division video. What I've guessed today is the ultimate SMG build for patch 1.6.1. You can definitely use this build in patch 1.7. I don't see a reason why this build would be pretty bad. But like I said, if you are looking for a ultimate SMG build, this video is for you. So if you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe for more videos, and let's move on into the build. Now keep in mind, the only reason I'm calling this the ultimate SMG build is because in my opinion, this is probably the best build you can use with SMGs. You can definitely use something else like different gear sets or different rolls on specific gear. But if you want the best damage, if you want the best overall performance, this is definitely one of the best builds you can use for the Dark Zone or Last Stand. So the first thing I'm going to show you guys are my abilities. What I'm using is very simple. I have a Tactical Scanner Pulse and a Booster Shot. As you guys can see, my Booster Shot isn't really that strong. It only does 83,000 health, but you know, it is what it is. And for my talents, I'm using Critical Save, Strike Back, On the Move, and Precision. I actually started using Precision like a week ago or something, and I really like it. It's really helpful, and especially with like a SMG, you don't really need steady hands, so using something like Precision is a great choice. Anyways, moving on to the build, as you guys can see, this is what I'm rocking with. Yes, this is a high-end / exotic build. And like I said, in my opinion, this is probably the best SMG build you can put together right now. When the Ninja Bike backpack comes out in 1.7 and, you know, you have the versatility with a bit more builds, you can probably put something a little bit better, but for now, this is what you should be rocking with. So for my main weapon, I am using the Navy MP5N. What I have on it is Competent, Deadly, and Unforgiving. The only thing I wish I had a little bit different about this weapon is Responsive instead of Competent, because, you know, Responsive is a bit better for SMGs since you're going to be very close all the time, but you know, it is what it is. Competent is still pretty good. And also for my weapon mods, this is what I'm using. So I have Rate of Fire on my mag, Critical Hit Damage, and Critical Hit Damage once again. You pretty much just want to stack into Critical Hit Damage with SMGs, since the crit chance isn't really an issue. Critical hit damage is what you mainly want to focus on. As for the gear, I'm going to go over and show you guys what I have on it. I'm not really going to go into depth too much on the gear because it's kind of self-explanatory and, you know, everyone kind of knows what to run on it. So for the chest, I'm using a Vigorous chest with a Firearms roll, Health, Skill Haze, and Ammo capacity. As for the mask, I'm using a Refreshed mask with Firearms, Critical hit chance, and increased kill XP. The two things I would do a little bit different if I could was probably roll Skill Power on my major attribute and Burn Resistance on your minor attribute. But besides that, this is still a really good mask. Up next, we have the short bow knee pads. This is absolutely necessary if you're playing the Dark Zone or Last Stand. If you know how to spam your nades, or if you know how to use them in the right time and use them correctly, you're going to get so many more kills. It's so easy when, like, you know, when you have short bow knee pads and you just kind of figure out how to use your nades at specific gunfights and stuff. Once you do that, as I said, you're going to be getting way more kills. But what I have on it is a Electronics roll, Health and Disorient Resistance, increased kill XP, and damage to elite. So my minor attributes, not really that good, but besides that, it's still a decent pair of knee pads. As for the backpack, I went with a specialized backpack. What I have on it is a Firearms roll, Health, and Bleed Resistance. The only thing I would like to change is the minor attribute. If I could get Burn Resistance, that would be even better. Moving down to the gloves, I'm using the Skull MC gloves. Now, these are actually pretty bad in my opinion. They're not like really bad, but I wish they were a little bit different. So what I have on it is actually a 1172 stamina roll. And yes, I know what you guys are saying, like, why do you have stamina? You know, stamina's pointless. I wish I could get rid of it. As you guys can see, I can't. So, you know, that's pretty much the story behind it. If I can find different gloves with SMG damage, I would definitely use them. But until then, I have to stick with these gloves. So what I have on it is 1000 SMG damage, 16% critical hit damage, and 5% critical hit chance. As for the major attributes, they're not really that bad. I pretty much have everything I kind of need. The only thing that bothers me is the stamina roll, and, you know, it's pretty shitty as well, so it doesn't really help it at all. Last but not least, I'm using a really good Steadfast holster with Skill Haze as my major attribute. And the final thing I didn't actually show you guys are my gear mods. So what I'm actually using is all Firearms / Skill Haze mods. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the build. There's nothing really more to it. As I said, if you guys want a really good SMG build for Last Stand or the Dark Zone, try this build out. If you don't have it, you can obviously go with something like Predamark or Banshee or Alpha Bridge. But if you have all the necessary gear, try this out, it's really nice. And I'm actually going to show you guys my character stats really quickly. So for the weapon damage, I'm rocking at almost 22,000, 35% critical hit chance, 115% critical hit damage. For my max health, I'm sitting at 211,538. And lastly, I do have 31% skill haste. So overall, this build is not bad. The only thing I wish I did have a little bit different was probably the Skull MC gloves with firearms. But besides that, it's still a really good build. Let me know if you guys tried this out, and let me know how you guys like it down in the comment section below. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe for more videos, and I'll see you guys in the next one.